Oh, thank you for joining me. My name's David Charles, International Psychic Medium. Today I'm doing a reading for you called His Deepest Thoughts and Secrets. Would you like to know his deepest thoughts and secrets? Let's find out. No credits, no theme tunes. Let's pick a pack. Let's see which one should we have. Let's have this one that's buried by these lovely crystals here. Pick a card reading, as most of you know, I'm sure, if you've been with me before. There will be 4 stacks for you to choose from. Get that away from the microphone. These have all been shuffled, but I'll do them again anyway. So, this is stack number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Excuse me, itchy nose. And this will be a timeless reading, which means it doesn't matter when you find it. You can find it today, the day I'll upload it, or next week, or next year. Doesn't make any difference. You'll find this reading when your spirit guides want you to find it. And if you found this reading today, there will be a message in here for you somewhere. It may not all resonate for you, but some of it will. Take in what does and ignore what doesn't. At the end of each reading, we do some oracle cards, and then I give you some lucky numbers, and they're very special. These lucky numbers could help you tremendously. So stay with me till the end of each reading. So I need you now, if you would like to, pick a card number from 1, a stack number from 1, 2, 3 or 4. Which one do you fancy? Which one takes your interest? Which one grabs your attention? Could be your intuition, your psychic ability. You may want to pause the video and choose 1, 2, 3 or 4. It could be a lucky number. Pick 1, 2, 3 or 4 and we're going to move 2, 3 and 4 out of the way. The question is, his deepest thoughts and feelings. Are you sure you want to know? I'm going to tell you the negatives first, number 1, if you chose number 1. And I'm going to tell you the positives at the end. So stay till the end, because all the surprises come at the end. I'll tell you the negative stuff now, and the really good stuff last. So stay with me, and then you'll get, of course, the lucky numbers. First of all, this person, he or she, by the way, what are they thinking? What are their secrets? Well, one of their secrets is temptation. So this person may be the victim, or may be subject to temptation. This can mean that they are being tempted by other ladies or other men, if it's a woman, whichever, or bisexual, or whatever. Temptation is in the reading, so it can mean, of course, number 1, that you yourself are being tempted to do something a bit naughty, something you may not normally want to do. Of course, the message is, if it's you, then don't do it. But it's highly likely that one of the secrets this person has, they may not want to hurt your feelings by telling you, they may not be being deceitful, but one of the secrets is temptation, and they may be tempted by outsiders, by situations and circumstances during the coming weeks, if not already. I don't think his feelings are bad, but I do think he's being pulled into a direction. So there could be somebody else that's interested in this person, this man or lady, could be either, as I said. And you may not be the only one that is attracting their attention. Once again, they may not tell you because it's a secret. They don't want to hurt your feelings. But sometimes secrecy can be a bit naughty and they may be hiding things. But I don't think so in this case. I think their intentions are honourable. This is not really a lovey-dovey reading, number 1. But I often say that the spirits tell you, well, they tend to tell you things you don't know. So if you already know about your love life, and it's obvious that you're in love or deeply in love or whatever, they don't need to tell you. But I often say I'd like to see a bit more love in the reading, really, for you. It doesn't mean it's not coming, but it may be that you've gone a bit stale at the moment and things need livening up a bit. His deepest thoughts and feelings, I think his feelings involve you. I think his feelings involve, potentially with some of you, a distance between you. There could be a few miles between you, and or he or she may be traveling away, and it's causing a problem, and that's part of their feelings as well, their deepest thoughts and feelings. There's nothing hidden from you, I think, that is nasty or spiteful, so don't worry too much about it. Let me tell you some of the other stuff coming through, because it's not just about his deepest thoughts and feelings. There is travel for you, number 1, if you want it. And you may be traveling with this person, or you may be traveling alone. As I mentioned already, he or she may be traveling, and that could put distance between you. But the chances are both of you will be traveling, and possibly together. I think there's some money coming your way, number one, soon, and I think you're going to need to keep it, because you do have sometimes an over-generous nature, which is a great trait to have, but I just think you need to be careful this time. If money comes your way, try and keep it. I believe that you're feeling an imbalance with your yin and yang, which can mean that you're feeling that everybody wants a piece of you, and you can't please all the people all the time. It could be your kids if you've got children. If you're a youngster, it could be your mum and dad. But everybody seems to want a piece of you, and you're trying to please everybody all the time. Often comes up in these readings, and I think it's okay, but you need to sort it out and realise that, well, these people need to realise that they can't all have a slice of you whenever they feel like it. If you're the victim of temptation, number one, try to avoid it. It seems to come to us as though it's been put there to test us out. So avoid temptation. While I'm on the subject, I'll say a special welcome to you if you're alone or if you're lonely watching this. I always say hello to you, the lonely people, because I do appreciate you watching my videos and taking the trouble. I think it's time, number one, to tell you some good stuff. And the good stuff is that the travel in this reading could open up some new opportunities. And I think travel will bring good fortune. And the lucky numbers I give you in a few minutes may help as well. I think that you're coming to the end of an era, and I think you're coming to the end of a bad patch, some of you. Not all of you, as I keep saying, but some of you have been going through a rough time, and I think that's coming to an end soon. And I believe things are going to open up for you in a big way. I think your love life will get better as the passing of the next few months and weeks go by. The money coming your way may be helpful, but I think you're a charitable type, and I think you do like to help other people. There is a man in spirit with you, number one, right now. So wherever you are, if you're at work, if you're sitting in the car in a lay-by somewhere, if you're taking a bath, if you're on the beach, doesn't matter where you are, at the moment, as I speak, there is a male spirit guide with you right now, and they may have guided you to watch this reading. So speak to them, they can hear you. I always say they get frustrated if you don't speak to them, just because they can't always reply. They may reply to you when you're dreaming, when you're sleeping. So speak to your spirit guides, they're important. Avoid temptation, watch out for travel, and stop trying to be in 10 places at once. That's the message of the reading, and I think it's time for you now to put some really bad stuff behind you. Some of you, as I said, take in what resonates, ignore what doesn't. But some of you have now got to choose really to leave things behind. I always say it's like putting the bins out the night before the bin men turn up, or bin ladies. So you're putting out the rubbish, number one, and you're preparing yourself to move into a new era. This is very important. Out with the old, in with the new. So whether you're in England, America, Australia, New Zealand, it doesn't matter where you are, things are going to change, and you're removing some of the clutter from your life. It may cause a bit of turmoil, it may be unpleasant, but I think you'll choose to do it. I think it's good for you to do it. And I think you'll see that things will improve, and if you're travelling, great. You could come here to beautiful North Devon, where I am, near the sea. Cloudy today, it's just starting to get dark. So number one, let's take a look at some oracle cards and see if they back up what I've told you. These have been shuffled. I haven't got a clue what's coming up, so they won't get shuffled again until I've done all 4 readings. Stay with me for your lucky numbers. Oracle card, the first one's an earth card. This card is saying to you, well, it is backing up what I said. Put your own needs first for a change, and things will become much more clear. This looks like 2 sets of footprints on the desert sands. Can you see that? Maybe you can. So, put your own needs first for a change, and things will become more clear. It's exactly what I said. You can't please all the people all the time. You can't be in 10 places at once, and you can't afford to spread yourself too thinly, because it will give you stress and it will make you tired, maybe a bit irritable, and you need to calm it down. So explain to people that you can't always be at their beck and call every time they want you and they pick up the phone. And when you've rested a while, maybe you can go back to being helpful again, but just don't overdo it. The second card is a water card. This one is saying, things not turning out how you had hoped, ? Try to see the positives in the situation. I think this is referring to your love life. There's something about your love life that I'm picking up needs to change. And I think, number one, you know what that is. I can see it in your eyes. I can see you. Something in your life needs to change. Let me just read that again. Things not turning out how you'd hoped. Try to see the positives in the situation. So if you're experiencing problems in your love life or whatever, or with this person we're looking at, what are his deepest thoughts and feelings? Try to see the positives. Don't only see the negatives in him or her. There are positives. You may just need to highlight them. I think you've been so busy. Wrapped up with problems of other people, that you're neglecting your own problems. And his thoughts and his feelings, as the title of this reading suggests, I believe are honourable. I don't think there's anything hidden or nasty. Bear that in mind. Let's try the third one. Do 4 of these. This is an air card. Looks like it's been taken from a plane. Clouds and sun. Never rains above the clouds. Keep an open mind and heart. A blessing in disguise will arrive any day. It's saying to you again, be open, be ready for things to change, keep an open mind and open heart, and things will be coming soon. Blessings in disguise, in fact, will arrive any day. So you may find blessings coming that you don't realise that that's what they are. Blessings in disguise. Be ready for that. I'm sure you know what it means, number one. Last one for this. This is an earth card. This isn't what you expected to happen, but trust that it's all part of the plan. So the plan from your angels, from your spirit guides, I think they're glad you watched this, because they're saying to you, this may not be what you thought it was going to be, but it's part of the plan. So they're preparing you now, number one. They're preparing you to move into a new phase. This is not just a good reading, but it's I believe a very important reading for you, for a lot of you. I think your spirit guides, your angels, are preparing you now to move into a special time. I think it's a time where you'll feel more spiritual, more magical, and your spirit guides are there, and I think they're making this happen for you. I genuinely believe that things are picking up. Now I'm going to tell you some lucky numbers. Number one. You want to get a pen? You may want to get a pen, or you can run this back. There's 6 of these lucky numbers today, and the first one for you is number 5. These numbers could be very useful for you for lotteries and things like that. Number 5, and then number 16, number 22, 25, 43 and 46. Your lucky numbers, number 1. 5, 16, 22, 25, 43 and 46. Write them down. Run the tape back if you want to. Is it a tape? Run the video back. It shows I'm giving my age away now. Tapes. I've still got some of them in the cupboard somewhere. Hundreds of them. Videotapes. So, number 1, thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe. If you want a proper full reading with me, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com. You can book me on there from anywhere in the world. I'll talk to you on the phone. If you can't get me, if I'm busy, one of my team that work for me will help you, and I only employ the best, so they're good. My team are the elite, and that's davidcharlespsychic.com. Please comment below and join our little group, subscribe to the channel, join our family. It's nice to talk to you all below. If you want to talk to me privately via email, do it on my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, and I'll answer all my emails. I always do, at all times. And again, thank you for watching me if you're alone or lonely. And give me a thumbs up if you like this. Share me with your friends. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified each time I upload new videos, which is every few days. And thank you so much. I'm going to get ready now, number 1, to move on to number 2. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Thank you for staying with me. If you chose number 2, this one is for you. What are his deepest thoughts and feelings? Would you really like to know? Thank you for watching this, and it's a timeless reading, as I think I mentioned. That means you can find it today, tomorrow, next year. It doesn't matter. You'll find this reading when your spirit guides want you to find it. So if you found this reading today and you chose this stack, number 2, there will be a message in here for you somewhere. Stay with me. At the end of this reading, we're going to do some oracle cards, and then I'm going to give you some lucky numbers that could be very useful for you. So stay with me till the end. Also, I'm going to tell you the negatives first. So we'll keep the good stuff till the end. All the surprises will be at the end, so stay with me. Let's get rid of all the negatives first. Thank you for joining me if you're all alone watching this. I do appreciate you watching this. And it's nice to have you here. I will keep you company if I can. The negatives here indicate that the person you're looking at, he or she, may have some secrets about the people they're surrounded by, because they are surrounded, well, not surrounded, but they've got people around them that they don't trust. And if they do trust them, it may be that they shouldn't, because I'm picking up some of their dodgy friends. Some of their friends may be a bit iffy, if that's the word, in England. We're in North Devon, by the way, in beautiful North Devon, in England, in the UK, and it's just getting dark now, and the sea, you can hear the sea in the distance. I think that you, number 2, are feeling a bit stuck in a rut with this person. If not, then it's the other way around. He or she is feeling a bit trapped with you, or entrapped, and you feel like you're not moving on enough. And I think there are also problems with he or she that you're ignoring. Again, it could be the other way around. They may see problems in you that they are putting off dealing with. But at the moment, there are 1 or 2 negatives, and there's lots of positives at the end. Excuse me, you're getting... I believe you're ignoring things, both of you, not just one of you. I think things need sorting out, and you're putting them off. You may not be communicating as well as you should be. And that, because of this reading, you can change. I believe that there are spirit guides around that have guided you to watch this, which I say quite frequently, but it's often the case. I think you have a spirit guide with you now, number 2, wherever you are, at home, at work, taking a bath, in the car, parked up in some car park. There are spirit guides with you, at least 1 anyway, so speak to them. But I think you've had a bad time in the past, and now you're careful. You're being careful who you trust. Not just in your love life either. You're being careful who you trust around your career. You're being guarded about who you let into your life. And it's not really a bad thing at the moment. You've got to be careful, because there are people around the person that we're looking at who can't be trusted, but there may be some around you as well. This person is feeling some good stuff for you. He does have secrets, and I think he or she, I think this person may have been hurt in the past, and they may not be telling you the full story, and that may be quite annoying for you as well. So secrets may be kept from you for a while. I think they will be revealed later. His deepest feelings for you are growing. That's the best way I can put this, the kindest way I can put this, because I think they need to grow. If you're looking at this as a love thing. If it's a friendship thing, then the secrets are not bad, again, and I think the feelings for you, friendship-wise, are growing as well. I think he or she has feelings for you. That's the main thing we're looking at. Of course, we could be looking at your children. We could be looking at your parents, depending on how old you are. We could be looking at your friends or relatives. But whoever this person is that you have in mind, they are keeping secrets. I think they've been let down in the past. I think they've been embarrassed by it, and they don't want to tell you everything. And I don't think it's that bad anyway that you should put it or force it from them. I think this person we're looking at does some travelling sometimes. They may have links to your career for some of you. As I keep saying, this won't resonate with all of you. number 2, but taking what does and ignore what doesn't. I think this person we're looking at, he or she is quite spiritual, although they may not even realise it. I think their interest in this kind of thing is growing, as it is with you, number 2. Let me tell you some of the good stuff, because his deepest thoughts and feelings may be involving thinking of buying a property, okay, or moving from one property to another. And I believe they're thinking about this secretly, and they may be hesitant to ask you your opinion or your feelings about it. You'll know what this means, number 2, I'm sure, if it means something to you. I believe they're thinking of moving. I think they're thinking of asking you to move with them. And I believe that if you do that, then you will find happiness together, okay? If it's a love thing. You'll understand if it's not, I'm sure. But there's something about property in this reading that is very special and very beneficial. If you're moving house, if you're selling your property, it will be good. So don't hesitate. This reading indicates karma, which we get often as well in these readings. This means that you, number 2, are about to get exactly what you deserve. So if you've been naughty, you're going to pay for it. If you've been good, which I believe you have, then karma is coming to you. And I think that's why the Spirit's got you to watch this reading. They often get people to watch the readings, and they don't often predict bad karma, otherwise they wouldn't want you to watch the reading. But karma means you'll be rewarded, number 2, for all the good things you've been doing as you've grown through the years, when you were a child even. Up until recently, you'll be rewarded soon, and it's about time. It also means, as I often say, that it will give karma to anyone who's been nasty to you in the past. Anyone that's hurt you deliberately, that is, in the past, is going to pay for it soon. You may never know about it. It's not negotiable. We all get karma. I always say about twice a year. So speak to your spirit guides. I think you're quite psychic, number 2. You may have some tarot cards of your own. You may have more than that. But spirituality is a big part of this reading. The person we're looking at may not appreciate it yet. As I said, they're going to get more spiritual as time passes. They may not appreciate you having readings like this. But that you should keep doing that because it's good for you. It does help you because you believe in it, that's why. I think for some of you, and I've got to tell you everything, there's no point doing this. Some of you are seeing a man or a lady who is flirtatious, and they have eyes for the ladies. Excuse me, and if it's a lady, she may have eyes for the men. I don't think it's nasty. I don't think it's malicious. I just think they like looking, and they may enjoy flirting. It doesn't mean that they're going to two-time you or deceive you. I don't necessarily see another woman involved in this at the moment, or another man. It could happen in the future, but I'm not picking that up at all. I think if that's the case, and there is another man or woman, then you'll already know about it. It could be a wife or something, or an ex-wife or ex-husband. So the spirits don't tend to tell you things you already know. And if you already know about that, that's the reason. I believe that you two are thinking of moving together soon. I think this person has a secret. He may even have a secret location that he's been looking at for you both. I think the person is travelling and may ask you to accompany him or her travelling. But for a lot of you, you'll find that this person travels because of their work. And I may be picking up you, number 2, as well. So expect some karma. Watch out for him. Keep your eye on his friends, because there are people around who can't be trusted. And it can be applying to you as well, number 2. There could be people around you, particularly around your earthly life. Particularly, I'm not saying that right, am I? Your earthly life is sort of where you earn your living, that sort of thing, not your love life. Watch out who you trust, okay? Speak to your spirit guides. If you do tarot readings or spiritual stuff or mediumship, look at it closely. It's not easy to do it for yourself, I know, but try, because it's good for you. If you want me to do a full reading for you on the phone from anywhere in the world, go to my website and book me on there. It's davidcharlespsychic.com. If I'm busy and you can't get me, one of the team that work for me will help you, and they are the best, because I only employ the very best. And my team are the elite. That's davidcharlespsychic.com. So, in a few moments, we're going to do some oracle cards, and I'm going to give you lucky numbers. And these lucky numbers could be a big help for you, so stay with me. Let me just see if I can think of anything else I've not picked up here yet, or not told you yet. Be careful at work. I think if you're working, some of you, number 2, are overdoing it. And I think people at work, may be making things difficult for you. I don't know why I'm being told that, but I am. Is somebody at work being a bit awkward, number 2? Are you finding work a bit stressful, or more stressful than it used to be? Are you starting a new job and you're worried about it? There's something around the work here that I think it's showing to me that it's more difficult than it should be. So watch out for that. It won't stay like that forever. The lucky numbers may help you. Let's check out the oracle cards now. See if they back up what I've told you so far. These have been shuffled. They're only shuffled once before I do any of these 4 readings. And we're going to look at them one at a time. Do 4 of these for you, then the lucky numbers. So, again, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. If you could help me do that, get the channel moving, please click like if you like it, share me with your friends, and please comment below, because I always answer my comments, and join our family. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. Right, this first card is an air card. Someone from your past has the solution to your needs, the solution you need. So you're in a bit of a puzzle, and somebody from the past may help you. Think about who it could be. Who do you know in the past that may have the answer to your problem? So they may know the person we're looking at, he or she, what are their deepest feelings and thoughts and secrets. This person from the past may know the person you're looking at, and they may have the answer to your questions, to your puzzle. It means nothing to me, but it will mean something to some of you, number 2. So think about it. Someone from the past may have the answers you need. Could be a relative, could be an old friend, school friend, it could be a family member, but it's someone from your past. Let's try the next one. Do 4 of these. This is an earth card. A tunnel through some trees. Can you see that? That's very pretty, very pretty. This one's saying to you, the solution to your problem is forgiveness. Allow it to happen. So, has your man or lady we're looking at been a bit naughty in the past? Is it time for you to forgive? Or are you perhaps looking for forgiveness yourself? These oracle cards are backing up what I said, and they're saying to you that things need to change, and maybe both of you need to be a little bit more flexible with each other, if that's the right word. A bit more give and take. I don't think the passion and love is as strong as it should be, but you can mend that, you can put that right. If you so choose, you may not want to. So remember, the solution to your problem is forgiveness. You may need to forgive yourself. You may be being too hard on yourself, number 2. Are you being too hard on yourself? If so, don't. You must never do that. Let's try another one. This is another air card. Birds flying away. Don't know if you'll see that. Birds flying like through a cornfield or something there. Once you've acknowledged your self-worth, your confidence will soar. It's just backing up what I just said. Have you lost your self-worth? Are you being too hard on yourself, number 2? Once you get that back and start to love yourself, everything will go right. Your confidence will grow. The oracle cards are backing up everything the reading has said. Once you acknowledge your self-worth, your confidence will soar. So it tells me, really, number 2, that you're lacking in confidence, because you never used to be like this. You used to be full of it. Now it's time to get it back. Be confident in yourself. If you've been hard on yourself, stop it. Forgive yourself, and as I always say, love yourself. When you look in the mirror, you should see someone you love and mean it. Look into your eyes. As I'm looking into your eyes right now, look into your eyes in the mirror and see somebody you love. It's very important. I often say, if you can't love yourself, how on earth can anyone else love you? So love yourself, number 2. One more card, and then the lucky numbers. Earth card this time. Blossom. Beautiful blossom. Can you see that? This one is saying, the harder you climb, the better the view at the end. If things are struggling, if it's a struggle, it's worth it. Keep climbing, keep trying. The harder you climb, and I don't know why it doesn't say the higher you climb, but it says the harder you climb, the better the view at the end. Your reward is coming. Things are going to change, number 2. Things are going to change for the better, and your lucky numbers may help. So, the harder you climb, in other words, the harder this thing seems, an uphill struggle, it will be worth it at the end. That's what the spirits are saying. There's no question about it. That's what this whole theme of this reading says to me to say to you. Your angels are there, passing messages on. The spirit guides want to give you these messages now. So take them in. You can always watch this again if it's a bit too much to take in. Let's give you some lucky numbers. You want to get a pen? Maybe. I've got some lucky numbers here that could be good for you, lotteries and raffles and that sort of thing. And I'll read them out to you. Your first one is number 8. There's 6 of these. Number 8, number 10. Lucky numbers are 19 and 20, 24 and 48. Got that? Number 2, 8, 10, 19, 20, 24 and 48. They're your lucky numbers. They're special numbers, and I'm going to give you them at the end of every reading, so please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like if you like it. Share me with your friends. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. And please subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I do appreciate it. A special thank you again if you're watching this all alone. I do think about you. And it's been lovely reading for you. And I hope you'll stay with me and join our family of subscribers. Thank you so much, number 2. I'm going to get ready now to move on to number 3. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Hello, if you chose number 3, this one is for you. Right, the question is, well, the subject is his deepest thoughts and secrets. Pick a card reading, a timeless reading, which means you can find it anytime, today or next year or the year after. You'll find this reading when your spirit guides want you to find it. So, number 3, you pick this stack of cards, you've come here today to see this. That means there will be a message in here for you somewhere. It may not all resonate with you, so take in what does, ignore what doesn't. I'm going to go through the bad stuff first and then pick out the really good stuff and surprises at the end. So stay till the end. At the end we do some oracle cards, and now I'm going to give you some lucky numbers. These lucky numbers could be good, and they could be good for you and help you. Lucky numbers are always handy, and I'm going to give you them at the end. So stay with me. We'll do the negatives first and the good stuff last. So wait for the surprises. The negatives about this person. What is he or she keeping secret? There are some secrets here of negativity, so the person we're looking at, he or she, may have some problems that you would find quite negative, and they're keeping them from you. Of course that can mean bad stuff like drug taking or smoking, but I don't think that's the case here. But there's something negative they're keeping from you. I can't tell you exactly what it is, and they may, as I keep on saying, be keeping the secret not through naughtiness, but because they don't want to hurt your feelings or worry you about things. I think the person we're looking at is very, very defensive. He or she has been hurt before. This could apply to you as well, of course, number 3, but this person has secrecy to a certain extent because of their defensive nature, and they don't want to be hurt again if they've been hurt before. They don't want to be hurt by you or let down by you, so they may have feelings for you that are so strong, but they are sort of hiding them or trying to control them because they don't want to fall too deeply in love with you or too close as a friend with you. And I'm sure some of you, number 3, will know exactly what that means. It won't apply to all of you. As I said, take in what does, ignore what doesn't. Some of this will apply to you. I think your partner, the man or lady, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, they're making life harder than it should be. They're making your situation with them harder than it should be. And I think you're doing a little bit of the same. So both of you, maybe if it's a love thing, want your heads banging together because you're making this connection more difficult than it should be. If it's a love thing, you need to let it flow, in other words. And it's not a lovey-dovey reading. We haven't had one yet tonight or today. It's just getting dark here in beautiful North Devon in England. You can just about hear the sea in the distance. Beautiful place to be. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, this reading will apply to you in some ways. I think the person we're looking at is planning some travel, which is happening all the time in these readings tonight. I think your connection with this person will be linked to travel, and I think you'll know why. And I believe that this connection is about to speed up. So if things have been dragging around and going slowly, this connection, whether it's love, friendship, it could be your mum or dad or your kids, because connections here with the person we're looking at is about to take off. So it means hold on to your hat. Things are going to go much more quickly than they have been recently. At the moment, I think the person is defensive, he is guarded, he or she is careful, they're careful about what they reveal. I don't call them necessarily secretive, but they're very cautious about letting their feelings be shown sometimes. Sometimes in readings you'll get that a person is useless at showing love and attention. I don't think this person is bad at showing it. I think they're just being careful about showing it, which is slightly different. I think you're looking here at a person, he or she is much cleverer than they think they are. So they're better than their skill set, or the work they do or should do is good, and they may not be using it. In other words, they may be doing a job that they're overqualified for. And I think you believe that they can do better. It could be your son, it could be your daughter. But I think a lot of you, it'll be a lover or a connection in a romance. I think they're going to do, or they could do a lot better than they are, and I think you believe that as well. I do believe this person has a secret, and I said I'll tell you the good stuff at the end, and I will in a minute. But they have to remove negatives first. If they're mixing with negative people, they've got to shift them. They've got to avoid them. Negative people will bring them down, and they'll bring you down as well, number 3. So both of you need to get rid of negative habits, get rid of negative people, avoid negative mother-in-laws and people like that. If they're a bit funny or a bit strange or a bit controlling, avoid them. You can't make them vanish, but try to keep them at arm's length, because negative people will bring him down or her down, and they will bring you down as well. They'll lower your morale, they'll make you unhappy if you're not careful. You don't need to be with negative people. I'm picking up travel again now, so travel is coming through this twice, number 3. You must know what that means. And I'm filming this during the COVID crisis, so travel isn't all that easy at the moment, but it's coming. It's coming soon. I think you've got to stop pushing water uphill. You're making life harder than it should be. So is the connection, this man or lady. You're both making it harder. You're both ignoring things that need dealing with. If things need dealing with this connection, do not put them off. Sort them out, because they'll drive you mad if you don't. And you'll know what I mean. I can see it in your eyes. I can see you, number 3. So sort things out. Get rid of negatives. Get ready for travel. If you want it, it's coming. Travel is big in the reading. You may work in the travel sector. Expect things to speed up. I believe that you've got some positives here, number 3, and I'll tell you what they are. The secretive person, if he is or she is planning a surprise. Now, I don't want to spoil this surprise for you, but it could be something you've hoped for a while. I mean, let's give you a few examples without spoiling it. It can be a proposal of marriage. It can be a proposal, something like, should we try for a baby? It could be, let's move in together. It's something important, and it's something that will enhance your romantic situation. I think you'll know what I mean, some of you. As I keep saying, it won't apply to all of you. But the secrets in this man, and it is mainly men, I'll tell you that, but man or lady, the secrets they're holding are not nasty, they're not naughty, they're good. Most of it. I do think they've been hurt in the past, and they don't want to burden you with all that rubbish. But I think soon they have a secret that they're going to come to you with, and it could be a proposal of something very, very exciting. And I think you're ready for it, and I think it's going to be good. It can proceed and develop as time passes. If you want a full reading with me, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, and you can book me on there from anywhere in the world, and I'll read for you on the telephone. Because I can't tell you everything here, obviously, because there's a lot of you out there. But it's davidcharlespsychic.com. If I'm not free on there, one of my team that work for me will help you, and I only employ the very best. So my team are good, and they will help you. They're the elite. And they will help you from anywhere in the world. So let me sum this one up before we move on to the oracle and your lucky numbers, which will be good for you. Don't make things harder than they should be. If you're being guarded like he or she is, drop it, because you're both a bit the same. That may be why you get on so well. There is a connection here. I know there is, and I think you can enhance it, and I think you're going to as well. Remove negatives, especially him or her. They need to avoid negative people. They're mixing with bad people, some of them. They could be hanging around with the wrong sort. And they're not going to own up to it. They won't admit it, I don't think. But if you can avoid or help them to avoid that, do so. Expect travel on two fronts. There's two mentions of travel in your reading. Expect, number 3, things to take off soon. This is going to start soon, so be ready. Get your togs on, be ready. Expect communication, letters, phone calls, text messages, emails. Expect the unexpected. This could apply to your work as well, by the way. Things are speeding up. On a separate issue, and I've got to tell you everything, it's not about his secrets or thoughts, but I think there's a job offer for you, number 3. Or it could be for him. There's a job offer here. Your skills are being sought after. And as I said earlier, I believe that he or she is far cleverer than they realise. And they're capable of doing much more than they are. And you're not seeing, well, you know that they're not seeing their full potential, which is sad. Let's see if the oracle backs this up. These are only shuffled once, and that's before I do any of the 4 readings. So I don't know what's coming. We've used them on the other 2 readings. Let's get the bite, the old glasses. Your first oracle card, before the lucky numbers, is an earth card, which says to you, drop your mask and trust that what happens will help you move forward. So if you're wearing a mask, in other words, you're trying to be something that you're not, drop it. So drop the mask. You may be trying to convince this person that you're something other than you really are. You don't need to. It's important. The oracle says it's important that you be yourself. We all put a front on sometimes. Everybody does it. If you go on a first date, you want to impress. They don't see your dirty socks or your bad habits till the 3rd or 4th date. So be yourself. Drop the mask. And let things develop. This card is saying, drop your mask and trust what happens will help you to move forward. As I said, you are going to move forward soon, and it's going to go quickly. It's going to come quickly. It's going to happen quickly, so be ready. Let's try the second one, a fire card, it looks like. Somebody burning a rose. I think that's quite sad, don't you? Anyway, see the light within yourself, and everybody else will see it too. Telling me that not only has he or she lost their confidence, that you have as well. You have a light in your eyes, number 3. Let it shine. Don't be a shrinking violet. Don't sit alone in the corner at parties. Get up there. See the light. Live, shine the way you know you can and the way you used to. I think you may have lost it a little bit. So don't let that happen. See the light within you, let it shine, let other people see your personality that you have, your lovely personality as well. Let them see your charisma. Drop the mask and be yourself. I think you're being too careful and too cautious. Let's try the third one, an earth card. This one, healing will begin with the food on your plate. Make wise choices. Food on your plate is just a figure of speech. It means the situation around you, what you have, all the ingredients here. Healing will begin with that, okay? So accept what you have. Healing will begin with the food on your plate. Make wise choices. That's why you watch these videos, because I can help you make right choices. And I hope you subscribe. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. You can help me, so please subscribe. As I said, if you want a full reading with me, go to my website, David Charles Psychic, because this is important, this reading. I think you need possibly to enhance it. That's davidcharlespsychic.com. Please subscribe and click the like button if you like this. I haven't finished yet though. Share me with your friends. Please comment below, because it does help, and join our family, subscribe and click the bell icon, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video, which is every few days. So the last oracle card is saying, healing will begin with the food on your plate. Make wise choices. Okay, let's try the fourth one, an earth card. Oh, lovely. Always reminds me of the Canadian lakes, where I once had the pleasure of going, British Columbia. Could be California. Your struggles will end when you start trying to be happy instead of being right. As I say, you can't be right all the time. You can't be something that you're not. Allow yourself to be happy and your struggles will end. That's what the oracle says. I think you're struggling unnecessarily. As I keep on saying, you're making life more difficult than it should be. Number 3. I hope you've watched all this till the end, because it's so important. I'm going to give you lucky numbers in a moment. Let's just sum it up. Self-confidence. Expect things to take off quickly, because they're going to. Don't say you weren't ready. Be ready, okay? Things are going to take off, especially with the connection with this person. What are his deepest thoughts and feelings? Nothing bad. His feelings for you are much stronger than he's allowing himself to say. I don't think he knows it himself. I think he's just hiding or protecting himself from being hurt. I think this man or lady has been badly hurt before, and they don't want it again. So they're being a bit cautious, maybe overcautious. It's going to change. They're going to make you an offer. A surprise is coming. Please don't tell them I told you so, but it's coming soon. Get your pen ready if you want to. We'll give you some lucky numbers. You can always run the tape back, of course. There's 6 lucky numbers for you here, number 3. These could be good for you, and special magic numbers for your lotteries and that sort of thing. First one is 14, 23, 26, 33, 41 and 45. I'll just repeat them for you. 14, 23, 26, 33, 41 and 45. Use these numbers for draws, lotteries, that type of thing. Keep them handy. I'll give you new lucky numbers every time I do a new reading, so they'll change. So please subscribe and stay with me and join our little family of people and help me get 1,000 subscribers. Click like for me, and if you want a full reading, it's davidcharlespsychic.com. If you want to email me in private, do it on there and I'll answer every email. And please comment below. Thank you so much for watching me, especially if you're alone or lonely. You can always watch me. I'll try and cheer you up. Thank you so much. I'll get ready now for number 4. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Hello. If you chose number 4, this one is for you. Thank you for staying with me or going along the bottom. I do put the timestamps below. This is called His Deepest Thoughts and Feelings. This is a timeless reading, which means you can find it today, next week or next year. It makes no difference. You'll find this reading, number 4, when you're meant to find it, when your spirit guides want you to find it, and your angels have got you to find it today. And you chose this pack, so there will be a message in here for you somewhere. I'm going to do the negatives first and the good stuff and surprises right at the end, and I'm going to do oracle cards at the end, and I'm going to give you 6 lucky numbers. They're very special lucky numbers and they can help you big time. So wait for the lucky numbers at the end. Stay with me to the end, because I'm going to give you the rubbish first, the bad stuff first, and all the nice surprises at the very end. And there are some, I'll tell you straight away. Your spirit guides are very active, and this is a good reading. Let me try and find some negatives. What is he really feeling or thinking? This could be a love thing. It could be your kids. It could be your mum and dad. Depends how old you are, of course. It could be a friend. But a lot of you, I think it will be romance. But whatever it is, let's find out what their deepest thoughts and feelings. I believe the person we're looking at is down or depressed. I always say depression is probably the wrong word, but it means they're a bit sad in this case. I think they're looking back it may be that you've had a problem, you two, because they're looking back and they're wishing they could change something, and I believe that they're crying over spilt milk. So something's happened, and I think it's happened before. I think you've had problems before with each other. If not, then this person's had similar problems with a previous connection. So now they're a bit sad, and it looks like they're a bit lonely. And I think they're regretting something, maybe something they've done or said to you, or maybe they're regretting something some action they did. But that may be one of their deepest secrets. There's nothing vindictive or nasty in the reading. In fact, this is the first of all 4 readings that is quite lovey-dovey. I'll tell you the negatives first. It may also be, number 4, that you're down in the dumps as well. So you may need to lift your spirit. I hope this reading will lift your spirits, because the lucky numbers will help you. Anyway, there's officialdom around you. That can mean divorces in some people, not in all of you, of course. As I said, it won't resonate with all of you, but officialdom is in this reading. Could be solicitors, it could be the tax man. It's people of skill in authority, respected people. So I don't think it's tax people. It could be the local vicar getting ready to marry you or something. But you may be seeking help from an accountant or something like that. Or it may be the connection I'm picking up for you, the man or lady in question, is that kind of person. Respected, skillful, the kind of person people go to when they want advice. So he or she is good at giving out advice, but they may charge for it. Maybe their profession. I think you've got to stop crying over spilt milk. And I believe that I can't tell you much more negative, so it's very positive. I'll tell you some positives as well. Stop looking back. Stop wishing you could go back. And if he or she is the same, then you've both got to realise that the way forward now is exactly that, and it's forwards. I think the spirit world want you to take a risk. Now, if you've been parted for a while and you're considering reuniting, it could be that these are only examples. But the spirit guide wanted you to find this reading, so that tells me they're with you now. As I always say, you could be at work, you could be parked up in a car park, you could be on the beach, you could be taking a bath, but the spirits are with you now. That's why they've got you to find this reading today. And there's some great stuff in this for you, I'll tell you now. They want you to take a chance. Your angels want you to take a risk. I can't tell you exactly what it is, because a lot of you will be watching this from all over the world, and it won't apply to all of you. And I'll say now, a special welcome to you that are watching this all alone if you're lonely. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, because I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. You can help me do that. Please subscribe if you like this, and click the like button, of course. But join our little family of subscribers, and if you click the bell icon, you'll never miss when I release new videos, which is every few days. And share me with your friends. Let me tell you some positives. The spirit world want you to take a risk, and I think taking a risk for you, number 4, will bring richness. Richness, of course, can mean money, but it doesn't usually mean that. Richness is in the eye of the beholder. So you've got to think to yourself, ask yourself, what would make me rich? Is it a Lamborghini? Is it a new house? Or is it true love, passion, and romance? Because that's what I think it is with most of you. And that is what the spirit world are predicting today. Make no mistake about it. So the lucky numbers will be important. Take a chance. You're about to embark on a journey of discovery. A journey that is, I believe, could be a foreign holiday, but I really believe it's a journey of a spiritual nature. So you're learning, number 4, about yourself. Most importantly, though, you're learning about him or her, because they do have secrets. They're not vindictive or nasty, but they're keeping things back. I think they're a bit down in the dumps, and they don't want to bother you with it. And I do think they've got regrets. I believe that some of you started off as just mates, just friends, and that is changing. You're getting closer to each other. This friendship has in the past, or is going to turn into love. True love, passion, You'll be like a schoolgirl with a crush, or a schoolboy with a crush, if you allow it to happen. I think you're going to be rich inside. You'll feel fulfillment soon. I believe your passion is growing. If it's a love thing, as I said, it could be your kids, your grandparents, your mum and dad, but if it's a love thing, this love thing is growing. And I believe the man or lady, the title of the reading is The Deepest Thoughts and Feelings. And I believe that this person is, or soon will be, deeply in love with you, number 4. And I'm sticking my neck out saying that, but for a lot of you, there is deep love and true romance coming, if you haven't already got it. And if you've got it and it's gone a bit sticky, it's going to be repaired, because the two of you are joining together. Now, joining together can mean moving in with each other, but of course, it can also mean a wedding or a marriage, or at least a serious commitment anyway. So that's coming through strongly. Maybe the official type of person is the person that will join you together. But it could also be your father-in-law or someone like that. It's someone that's respected. And I think you'll know what I mean. So take a chance. That's the message of this reading. Be daring. Take a chance. This portrayed by the Major Arcana card, the Fool. But you're no fool, and this card only means something when it's surrounded by other things. Very few cards mean anything on their own. And the way this card looks now is saying, forget the mistakes of the past. You've got to let the past go and think about the future now and stop dwelling on past mistakes. We all make mistakes. I don't think you've made many anyway. And I think the person we're looking at has deep feelings for you. The deepest thoughts and secrets. The deepest thoughts for you. If not love now, they are turning into love, and they're turning into big love. You could be actually soulmates, and I don't say that very often. Soulmates are very rare. Your soulmate can be your sister or your brother. It's not always your lover, but I think this connection and you is strong. It's one of the best readings I've seen for a while. Number 1, 2 and 3 were good, but not as good as this one. As far as love goes, that is. So take a chance, be a risk taker. If something pops up, and you think, should I go for this? Think, well, David said take a chance, so David's the best, so take a chance. Now, if you want a proper reading with me on the phone from anywhere in the world, to look deeper into this on the telephone, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, and you can book me on there. And if I'm not busy, if I'm too busy, one of the team that work for me will help you, and they're the best. I only employ the best. Gonna look at some oracle cards now. So please help me by subscribing. I need 1,000 subscribers. That's my target for the moment. And please share me with your friends on Facebook and Twitter and all that lot. Let's look at the oracle cards. Then I'm going to give you those magic looking numbers. So stay with me. I'm going to need the glasses for these. Getting a bit worn out into the eyes. This is an earth card. What's it say on here? A beautiful butterfly on the clover. Can you see that? An earth card saying to you, good things will happen when you give yourself some of the love you give to others. What about that? I've had this all night with this. It's getting dark now, but all through these last 4 readings, they're saying to you that you need to love yourself. This is not from me, it's from these cards. So, the spirit guides, your angels, say to you, good things will happen when you give yourself some of the love you give to others. So are you giving out too much love to this man or lady? Is it time you gave yourself some love? I'll say what I said earlier. Look in the mirror in the mornings when you get up. Look into your eyes as I'm looking into them now. And see someone that you love. Love yourself, number 4. It's so important. I'll say again, if you don't love yourself, how on earth can anyone else love you? So love yourself. You're the best, remember? Let's try another one. Do 4 of these. This is a fire card showing the moon. Looks like over somewhere like a forest or something. This card is saying to you, pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of the divine. Pointing again to what I said, the spirits are with you. The spirits want you to watch this video. Pay attention to your ideas. You have ideas. Go with them. They are messages from the divine. So you're filled at the moment. I'll keep repeating, this reading is so magical. You're filled and surrounded by magic. So if things have been a bit rubbish lately, I think they're going to improve, especially if it's a love thing we're looking at. But whatever it is, they're going to improve anyway. You're on a journey of discovery, number 4. Enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Love yourself and go with it. One more card, an earth card. Oh no, 2 more, sorry. A tree all alone in a field. It looks like sunset. This card says to you, give yourself permission to heal and it will come. So, if you felt down, as I said, give yourself permission to heal. Allow yourself some peace, some tranquility. Meditate for a while. Dream of sunny beaches and dream of Devon. It's beautiful here in England. But allow yourself some peace and you will heal, okay? Give yourself permission to heal and it will come. Allow yourself to have it. Last one of these and your lucky numbers. Air card. We're above the clouds on that one. The sky looks threatening. Glad I'm not up there on that mountain on my own. But it could be a drone, I suppose. Distract yourself with creative pursuits and the inspiration you seek will find you. A bit similar to the last one, really, saying get out there. If you've got a pursuit or a hobby that's creative, you may be a photographer, an artist, you may like ballet or music, go into that. Practice your musical skills if that's what it is. Whatever it is, go into it and it will help you. It will help you to see the way. I'll read it once more. Distract yourself with creative pursuit and the inspiration you seek will find you. You're not finding it, it will find you. Inspiration is coming, number 4. Thank you once again if you're watching this alone. Please subscribe and I'm going to give you your lucky numbers now. Do you want to get a pen? Maybe. If not, you can pause the video or run it back and I'll give you my lucky numbers for you and these could be very helpful for you. So I hope you'll use them and let me know in the comments below. If you want to email me privately, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com. Your lucky numbers, number 2, 18, 28, 42, 44 and 49. These are special numbers, okay? They could help you a lot. But don't overdo it with the gambling or lotteries or anything like that. Do what you normally do, no more. I've given you again number 2, 18, 28, 42, 44, 49, and I'm going to give you lucky numbers at the end of every reading from now on, so I'll be releasing another one soon. Click the bell icon and subscribe and you won't miss my readings every few days. Thank you so much, especially if you're alone. You can always watch me if you're lonely. I'll try and cheer you up. And it's lovely to see you wherever you are in this beautiful world. Thank you so much for watching me. And I'll tell you my motto before I go. I nearly forgot now. My motto is, of course, think lucky and you'll be lucky. Think love and you'll be loved. And of course, I love every one of you. See you soon. Catch you later. Bye-bye.